Hello everyone and welcome to Quantum Universum. Today, we'll dive into the astrological predictions for those with Virgo ascendant or moon. I'd like to remind you once again, especially if you're new to the channel, that all my astrological analyses and predictions are based on the sidereal system, typical of Vedic astrology. I don't use the tropical zodiac, which is more common and widely known in Western astrology. I rely on Vedic astrology because it is the only system that accurately considers the actual positions of planets and constellations at the time of birth, providing a scientific foundation. If you're passionate about astrology and want to explore the differences between Vedic astrology, which is based on the sidereal zodiac, and Western astrology, which uses the tropical zodiac, you can find a dedicated section on Vedic astrology in the playlist available here on the channel. I recommend following predictions for both your ascendant and moon signs. If you're unsure of your exact birth time, you can refer to the moon, which is still a reliable indicator. Although it may change signs throughout the day, in most cases, it remains in the same sign, making it a dependable choice for interpretation. The ascendant represents external situations and circumstances unfolding around you during a particular period, while the moon reflects your emotional state and how you internally respond to these circumstances, showing your emotions and sensitivities. For this reason, it's crucial to follow predictions for both the ascendant and the moon. That said, I'm leaving a link in the description below where you can calculate your natal chart for free and check if your ascendant matches what you think it is. I mention this because it's not always guaranteed to align. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss upcoming videos on personal growth and spiritual well-being. Let's begin. For those with Virgo ascendant or moon, 2025 looks to be a very stimulating year. Reflecting on the past year, Jupiter has been transiting your 9th house since April 2024. This transit has allowed you to acquire new knowledge, gain certifications, or explore areas different from those you are accustomed to. The 9th house is associated with expansion, fortune, and prosperity. During this period, you've also encountered various situations related to your father, as the 9th house represents him. Jupiter will continue transiting this house until May 2025, allowing you to complete many of the certifications, studies, and learnings you've started. After that, it will move into your 10th house, linked to career and public recognition, fostering growth and professional development. The 10th house with Jupiter in Gemini will be particularly active from May to October 2025. Later, in 2026, Jupiter will return to this position, but that's a topic for another time. Between May and October 2025, Jupiter will transit your 10th house with great energy, bringing favorable opportunities in the professional sphere. You might receive a raise, a bonus, or a promotion. You might also feel an inner drive to improve your career, seek a more fulfilling job, or increase your earnings. Jupiter's transit in the 10th house also positively influences your 2nd house, related to money, and your 6th house, associated with work and health. For Virgo ascendants, this placement is especially favorable, particularly with Jupiter in Gemini, as it brings numerous opportunities. During the summer, likely between July and August, Venus will join Jupiter in the 10th house, further amplifying the positive effects. This configuration is truly exceptional and makes 2025 an excellent year for your career. However, the area where you will experience the most significant changes, learning opportunities, and spiritual growth will be your 7th house. In this house, a grand stellium of 6 or 7 planets will form between March, April, and May 2025 in the sign of Pisces. Among the planets involved in this stellium will be Saturn, Rahu, and Neptune, with Venus exalted. However, mid-period, Venus will go retrograde, partially diminishing the positive effects. This transit will intensely activate the 7th house, shifting your focus toward your partner or relationships. If you're not already in a relationship, you might start a new one. Saturn's transit in the 7th house, in fact, often introduces karmic relationships into your life. If this doesn't pertain to a romantic relationship or isn't of interest to you at the moment, it could involve a professional partnership instead. This will be the area where you experience the most changes between March, April, and May. Take your time, stay calm, and approach this period with a positive mindset to make the most of it. Ultimately, the planets are trying to convey a message, highlighting certain vulnerabilities or critical aspects of this area of your life, which you can address to improve and heal in the long term. Returning to the 7th house, which also governs professional matters, it's worth noting that with 6 or 7 planets present, you might feel the desire to become your own boss. This could explain why Jupiter will transit your 10th house later in the year. It may represent the positive career change you've been seeking. With all these planets in your 7th house, you might consider starting your own business, or if you already have one, you might feel compelled to expand it. However, if you're working with a partner, be particularly cautious in March, April, and May. The combination of Neptune, Rahu, and Saturn in this house creates a highly karmic energy, and Neptune could reveal possible deceptions or unclear behavior from this person. Therefore, pay close attention to the energy present between March, April, and May. Regarding expenses or investments related to your business, it would be wise to postpone any major decisions until this period stabilizes in May 2025. Jupiter will remain in Gemini until October, then shift into Cancer, your 11th house, during October, November, and December. This transit will bring attention to significant gains and new financial income, as the 11th house is traditionally associated with prosperity and profits for Virgo. You might also have some karmic interactions with an older sibling, as the 11th house also represents siblings. This period is especially favorable for joining groups and social organizations. You might become part of new communities, perhaps related to a recently started activity, or build networks to expand your connections. It will be a time when you are highly active in the public sphere, engaging in socializing and networking. All this will help foster a sense of belonging and community in your life, proving extremely positive for you. Speaking of Saturn, which has been transiting your 6th house for the past 2 years, you've likely experienced significant changes related to your health. In particular, during Saturn's retrograde period in recent months, you may have gained greater awareness of certain key aspects. Saturn went direct only a few weeks ago, marking a moment of increased clarity. The 6th house is associated with health, daily routines, and eating habits, and Saturn has urged you to recognize the importance of discipline. Perhaps you've started paying more attention to your diet, following regular schedules, and choosing more appropriate foods. Additionally, Saturn has highlighted your sleep habits and lifestyle, as the 6th house also governs the management of routines. Saturn may also have revealed the presence of envious individuals or hidden enemies in your life. The 6th house, in fact, is linked to conflicts, legal disputes, and similar situations. The good news is that Saturn is about to leave your 6th house, marking the end of this period of lessons and awareness regarding health and daily routines. Your health is already improving or will improve by March 2025. By the end of that month, Saturn will leave your 6th house and begin its transit into the 7th house. In June, the nodes will change position. Rahu will retrograde into your 6th house, while Ketu will shift into your 12th house. It's like a relay race. Saturn exits the 6th house, and Rahu takes over, continuing the work that was started. Rahu in the 6th house will test everything Saturn has taught you over the past 2 years. If you've implemented a diet, an exercise program, or relaxation techniques to improve your sleep, Rahu will challenge your ability to maintain these habits. If you fail to manage them properly, you may face health issues. Therefore, during the next 18 months, with Rahu in the 6th house, it will be crucial to pay close attention to your health. The positive side is that Rahu in the 6th house will keep you extremely busy with work. Remember, with Rahu in the 6th house and Jupiter in your 10th house of career, responsibilities, workload and tasks will increase, but this also brings growth opportunities. Rahu in the 6th house is known for causing high levels of stress. However, this isn't an anxious type of stress, but rather one caused by having an abundance of tasks and the desire to complete everything. For Virgo ascendants who are known for their perfectionism, this transit can be a challenge, as there is a tendency to want to do everything impeccably. With Rahu in the 6th house, you'll have the chance to learn the value of moderation. If you don't find balance, you risk feeling overwhelmed and in some cases compromising your health. Now that you know these predictions, you can take proactive steps. Learn to set priorities and say no to less important tasks. This will be a key aspect for you this year. Learning to let go of what's not essential is likely one of the main lessons for those with Virgo as their ascendant. Perfectionism can be a great strength, but if not balanced with moderation, it can become a limitation. Rahu's transit in the 6th house will provide you with an opportunity to learn this lesson, helping you avoid putting your health at risk. With that, I believe I've covered everything I wanted to share about Virgo. The year ahead promises to be exceptional for career opportunities, business, and spiritual growth through relationships. However, don't forget to carefully manage your stress levels. See you in the next video for predictions for Libra ascendants and moon signs. In the meantime, I'm sending you a big hug, and as always, thank you for watching today. If you enjoyed this video and want more content like this, leave a like and a comment to let me know. See you soon in the next video.